Besides customer properties, Omniconvert Reveal can push customer events into Klaviyo. And let's see how to do that. Going into Store Settings, General, Customer Events. We're gonna enable the push customer events to Klaviyo and save. Great. Let's go in Klaviyo. This might take up to 24 hours to update for the first time, and after that, events will be pushed on a daily basis. Let's imagine 24 hours passed, and we're gonna see Omniconvert Reveal sending a lot of different events into Klaviyo. In this video's description, you will find an article where you will find all the details about all events that can be pushed and are pushed into Klaviyo. Let's go into one profile just to see how these events will look. And let's take this one as example. So you will see in here, for example, we have this event that's RVL MPS segment changed. And if we go to details, we get to see that the event is that the previous MPS segment was none. So this customer responded to the MPS survey for the very first time and is now in the MPS segment promoter. Let's see if there are any other events in here. And yes, we do see RVL RFM importance increased. You will see this one again. This is a test profile, so probably a lot of times we had a test for different email addresses for this profile. So RVL RFM importance increased. If we're looking at details, we get to see that current RFM group name is Soulmate, and the previous RFM group name is Potential. Let's think, how can we use these events into Klaviyo? One option is to create a segment for customers that are going through a particular event. For example, let's say customers that changed the RFM group and moved from potentials into soulmates. So these will be customers that are jumping to, let's say, the highest tier in your loyalty program. Let's create such a segment. Going into lists and segments, create list segment and segment. We're gonna say here potentials to soulmates, and this is the name of this segment. And selecting a condition. Now remember, this is about events, it's not about properties anymore, so we're gonna choose what someone has done or not done. And we're gonna choose the metric RVL RFM group changed. At least once, let's say in the last, 5 days, and we're gonna add a filter, and that's gonna be previous RFM group name equals, and we said it's potentials, and doing the same as before, what someone has done or not done, searching for RVL RFM group changed at least once in the last 5 days. And we're gonna select in here current RFM group name equals soulmate, because we want to have a segment just for this scenario. So we're gonna create this segment. Great. Now let's see how we can use that. Let's imagine we want to welcome these customers to the highest tier of loyalty program. So we're gonna go into flows and create a flow exactly for this. And we're gonna create a flow from scratch. And it's gonna be potentials entering soulmates. And as flow trigger, we're gonna select a segment. And that's very easy, is this one, potentials to soulmates. We can restrict the flow to only certain people, or we can have all of them entering this flow. And that's it. Next up, you'll be building up your flow by including the first email, which is welcome to the, I don't know, platinum magenta level of membership. Here are your benefits, and then just wait for a few days and do your own flow, as you probably already have one in place. Another option to build this would be starting from scratch, creating a flow, creating from scratch. Let's say you're not thinking to create a segment for every single situation, but at some point you will want to create a flow for some specific event. So in here, let's do the other way around, and let's do soulmates slipping away. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna select now a metric because we don't have a segment for this situation. So we're gonna select the metric, and that's where we're gonna look for our event. And in here, we're gonna look for RVL, RFM group changed. And we're gonna have trigger filters and previous RFM group equals soulmate, and current RFM group equals, it would be about to dump you, and save. So now we know when a soulmate is moving into the about to dump you RFM segment, they will automatically be receiving this flow that we're building. If you need more ideas, if you have something specific in mind that you don't really figure how to do, don't hesitate to reach out to our amazing customer support team.